colleagues, future architects of your own destiny. You came here today because of a promise, a bold, almost unbelievable promise, the secret that allows you not to work. I see the skepticism in your eyes.
You're thinking, here we go again.
Another get-rich-quick fantasy. And you are right to be skeptical, because you have been lied to your entire life, not by any single person, but by a system, a story woven into the fabric of our society. I call it the Great Work Deception. What is this deception? It's the formula you were taught from the moment you could understand words. Go to school, get good grades, find a secure job, climb the corporate ladder, trade your time for money. Work tirelessly for 40, 50, even 60 hours a week for 40 or 50 years. Then, and only then, if you've been diligent and a little lucky, you might get to enjoy the golden years of your life in retirement, when your energy is gone and your health may be failing. This model is not a path to wealth. It is a blueprint for servitude. It is a treadmill. You run faster and faster, you get promotions, you get a slightly bigger paycheck. But the treadmill just speeds up, the bills get bigger, the lifestyle inflates, and you are more trapped than ever before. In this model, your income is directly tied to your effort. The formula is simple and brutal. Time into rate is equal to income. If you stop running, if you get sick, if you want to take a year off to find yourself, the money stops. You are not wealthy. You are just well paid for the moments you are actively laboring. This is the very definition of work that we all desperately want to escape. It's the feeling of your life force being exchanged for currency. The secret to not working is not about laziness. It is not about sitting on a beach sipping margaritas from day one, though that can be a result. The secret is to fundamentally redefine your relationship with the word work. You must stop participating in the great work deception. You must stop trading your finite, precious time for linear income. The secret is to shift your entire focus from laboring to building, from earning to creating. A laborer digs a ditch. They get paid for the hours they spend digging. When the digging stops, the payment stops. An architect, an engineer, a creator. They design a system, they build a machine, they create an asset. They might work incredibly hard, harder than anyone else for a period of time. But they are not just digging a hole, they are constructing a well that once built will produce water long after they have laid down their tools. This is the fundamental shift. Wealth isn't created by working harder at a job. Wealth is created by building assets that work for you. Your job pays your bills,
Your assets make you wealthy.
Your job is someone else's asset. It makes your boss and the company's shareholders wealthy. They have built a system in which your time is an input to achieve true freedom. You must start building your own system. The work you hate is the repetitive, soul-crushing labor that builds someone else's dream. The non-work that leads to wealth is the passionate, obsessive, creative effort of building your own. So the first step is to wake up. See the treadmill for what it is, and make a conscious, definitive decision to step off. To stop being a cog in the machine, and to start designing one of your own. How do we do that? That is where the blueprint lies. So, you've made the decision you refuse to be a laborer for life. You are ready to become an architect. You want to build the machine, the well, the asset that works for you. But how? This isn't a fantasy. It's a strategy. The strategy is built on one of the most powerful forces in the universe: leverage! The reason a job keeps you trapped is because you have no leverage. You have only your own 24 hours in a day to escape. You must learn to use leverage to disconnect your income from your time. There are 4 primary forms of leverage you must master. First, and most famously, is financial leverage, or other people's money. This is the art of using capital from banks, investors, or partners to acquire assets that grow in value or produce cash flow. When you buy a rental property with a mortgage, you are using the bank's money to control an asset that a tenant then pays for. When you start a business with investor funding, you are using their capital to build a system far larger and faster than you could with your savings alone. You are amplifying your own financial power. Second is time leverage, or other people's time. A CEO is not wealthy because she works 10,000 hours a week. She is wealthy because she leverages the time and skills of thousands of employees. Each employee contributes their 40 hours, and a CEO directs that collective energy towards a single goal. You don't need to be a CEO of a massive corporation to use this, hiring a virtual assistant to handle your administrative tasks. A freelancer to build your website, or a property manager to handle your tenants. That is using time leverage. You are buying back your own time, your most precious asset, to focus on higher value activities.
building the machine. The third, and arguably the most accessible form of leverage today, is technology and systems leverage. This is the game changer of our era. You can write a piece of code, create an online course, publish an ebook, or build an e-commerce store. This asset, once created, can be sold an infinite number of times. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to anyone in the world, with almost zero marginal cost. A YouTube video you film once can be viewed by millions, earning you at revenue while you sleep. An app you develop can be downloaded 1 billion times. Technology is the ultimate employee. It never gets tired, never complains, and works for you relentlessly. This is your automated army. The fourth is intellectual property, IP, leverage. This is the leverage of a unique idea, brand, or creation. When J.K. Rowling wrote the first Harry Potter book, she wasn't just writing a story, she was creating a universe. An IP asset, that single act of creation, has since been leveraged into movies, merchandise, theme parks, and more, generating billions. You create it once, and it pays you forever. Your brand, your unique perspective, your patented invention, these are all forms of IP leverage! Do you see the pattern? In every case, the path to wealth involves an intense, upfront period of creation. You build the system, you acquire the asset, you write the code, you create the brand. This is hard work, but it is not the soul-crushing labor of the treadmill. It is finite, strategic work with an infinite payoff. It is the work of a creator, not a servant. Your new equation is not time into rate, is equal to income. Your new equation is asset into scale is equal to freedom. Stop asking, how much can I earn per hour? Start asking, what can I build that will earn money for me while I sleep? Choose your vehicle of leverage. Real estate, business, stock market, digital products, and start laying the first brick. You have the blueprint. Now, you need the fuel! We have shattered the lie of traditional work. We have laid out the blueprint of leverage. You now possess the strategic knowledge that separates the wealthy from the working masses. But let me tell you a hard truth. This knowledge is worthless. It is inert. It is a map without a traveler, a car without a driver. The most powerful, most complex, and most critical component of this entire system is you! The secret to not working isn't just about building external machines. It's about re-engineering your internal world. This is the inner game! The fuel that drives the engine of creation is not greed or a vague desire for more money. That kind of fuel burns out quickly. The sustainable, high-octane fuel that will get you through the inevitable struggle of building something from nothing is purpose! You must find a problem you are obsessed with solving, a value you are passionate about providing, or a message you are compelled to share. Why? Because building your asset will be hard. There will be days you want to quit. There will be failures, setbacks, and moments of crippling self-doubt. Your 9-to-5 job will whisper sweet promises of security and comfort in your ear. Only a deep, burning why will give you the strength to say no and keep building. Steve Jobs didn't want to just sell computers. He wanted to put a ding in the universe. Elon Musk doesn't just build rockets. He wants to make humanity a multi-planetary species. Their wealth is a byproduct of their monumental purpose. What is yours? Your purpose is the non-work that will feel more like play, even when it's the hardest thing you've ever done! Once you have your fuel, you need an engine. That engine is unbreakable! Discipline, motivation is fleeting. It's a spark. Discipline is the engine that runs day in and day out, whether you feel like it or not! The secret to not working requires more discipline than any job ever will. There is no boss telling you what to do. There is no deadline except the ones you set. You must become your own master. It's the discipline to wake up early to work on your business before your day job. The discipline to invest 10% of your income into your portfolio every single month without fail. The discipline to make 10 sales calls a day even after 9 rejections. It is the relentless, daily, unglamorous execution of small tasks that compound over time into a monumental result. Wealth is not built in a single leap. It is assembled brick by boring brick through the power of consistency. Finally, you must conquer the ultimate enemy, fear. Fear of failure. Fear of judgment. fear of the unknown! Fear of losing your security. This fear is the gravity of the great work! Deception always trying to pull you back down to the safety of the treadmill! You must reframe your relationship with failure. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of it. Every failed business is a PhD in entrepreneurship. Every bad investment is a master class in market analysis. Failure is simply data. It is feedback telling you what to adjust. The only true failure is the failure to start, the paralysis of inaction. So the ultimate secret is this: the way to not work is to find a purpose so profound that it energizes you to cultivate the discipline to build a system around that purpose. Brick by brick. And to develop the courage to act in the face of fear. When you do this, the lines blur. The work of building your dream becomes the joy of your life. The asset you build eventually generates an income that sets you free. Free not to do nothing, but to do anything. Free to spend your time with your loved ones, to travel, to learn, to create for the sheer love of it. That is true wealth. Not a number in a bank account, but complete ownership of your time and your life. The secret is out. The blueprint is in your hands. The engine is within you. Now, go and build your freedom. Whoa!